everything going and got everything going. So yes, sir. Yes, indeed. So earlier today, you guys, I did my Think About It Thursday because I missed my midweek mind shift on yesterday. So still want to bring value to the world, still want to, give you guys some things to think about to help you guys become bigger and better, go onward and upward for 2020. And we talked about entrepreneurs versus employees, and I do appreciate all the messages. I do appreciate all the dialogue, for my friends calling me up. I appreciate that, you guys, because we do have to be able to kind of have conversation because all of us are trying to get better, and I got conversation from my entrepreneur friends, and I got conversation from my friends that have jobs, and we had some great, I would call, conversations or debates. We can call it debate. We don't always got to agree, right? But at the end of the day, I love everybody for what they do. Right? And like I said in my video earlier, you have to do what you have to do for you and your family. So either you're an entrepreneur and you wholeheartedly believe in it and think everybody should do it, that's your opinion and you should be able to have that. Or you're an employee and you think entrepreneurship ain't all that and you got your good job. Understand, like I told you earlier, I've been on both sides. I've been part of a big business because, like I said, my dad owned a very big business, and we had an oil company that had, started back 30 years ago that was very successful. I was part of that company. I was an employee. I've been working since I was 14 years old, all kinds of jobs, from working at the zoo to doing construction work to doing warehouse work. I've done it all, right? And as an entrepreneur, so I can see all aspects of it. But let me leave you guys with this, especially for my ones that are saying they had a good job. And that was the biggest thing that people come back with. Well, my job is this. I got a good job. My job give me flexibility. My job do this. My job do that. My job. And I'm glad that you like your job, and I'm glad you love what you do. But let me help you with one key thing that a lot of people kept saying, my job. Let me let you know, it ain't your job. It's not. It's their job. And they're allowing you to do it until they find something either more efficient or more proficient than you. That's how business works, right? So not anyone can be replaceable when it comes to a corporation or a business. And all I want you to see is I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm just telling you there's nothing wrong with having a job. There is something wrong with only having a job. So if you only have a job and you only have that stream of income, you're putting the ability for your family to eat based on whether or not they want to keep you at that job. That's all I'm saying, right? And anybody can be replaced, whether you're great at what you do, whether you're good at what you do. Just think about it, you guys. Think about this, right? Because today is Thursday, and in my neighborhood, the trash man come on Thursday. Back when I was growing up, when the trash man came, it was 3 people on the truck. One driving, 2 guys on the back. They jump off the back, they pull up the cans, they dump the cans, then they jump back on the truck, go to the next house. They did that all day. Now, when they come through the neighborhood, it's one person on the truck. He got a big arm, clamps it up, dumps the trash, and then puts the trash can back, drives up to the next house. 2 jobs, the guys on the back, gone, right? Back in the day, when you go up to a nice hotel, you pull up and there will be a doorman at the hotel. Now, doors open by themselves, closed by themselves. Back in the day, when you picked up your phone and you hit 0 on the phone, someone would pick up and say, operator, can I help you? Now, it's all automated. It's so many different examples of we have that technology, and I'm sure if you guys want to put in the news feed, in the comments, all the different ways you've seen technology replace people. Again, nothing wrong with that as long as you understand that's how corporate America works. So all I'm encouraging you guys to do is to have a business or some other asset that can make you money, okay? So all your eggs not in one basket, okay? So, and I told you guys I was going to show you how our government caters to entrepreneurship. It caters to entrepreneurship, meaning that they want entrepreneurs, they give them the biggest tax breaks because they own business, because they feed our economy. Now, you can take advantage of these tax breaks without having to quit your job. You can. Yes, you can be an entrepreneur and you can have a job at the exact same time and get the benefits. Because if you're just a consumer, just a regular person, employee, you don't have any job, any business, you get maybe 6 to 9 deductions on your taxes, maybe. 69. If you're an entrepreneur, you have up to 475. That alone should show you that they cater to business owners. That alone, 9 deductions, 475 deductions. Okay? And the great thing about having a business is that it will be your number one asset that you can start to build right now. It can be an asset even if you're not profitable, you can still make money. That's going to be key. Even if you're not profitable, you can still make money. I need y'all to do me a favor because I didn't even really check to see if y'all can hear me or not. Do me a quick favor. Put something in the news feed. Let me know if you can hear me on the feed because I ain't even check. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Okay, y'all got me. Y'all with me. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is going to show you how an average person working an average job, living an average lifestyle can take advantage of business ownership, right? Even if they're not necessarily profitable, the government doesn't mandate that you're profitable in order to claim your losses. Because if you have a business and you have a job, you fill out a form called the Schedule C. Schedule C, right? Everyone fills that out. But then you also fill out a 1040. That's what you fill out if you have a business, a 1040. That's the profit and loss statement. Let me get my documentation right, because I know somebody's going to be like, that ain't right. It's called a 1040. Everybody got a 1040, and you have a Schedule C if you have a business, okay? The Schedule C is a profit or loss statement. So you can say, look, I had a business, but I took a loss. You don't have to be profitable. The only thing the government requires is that you have an attempt to make a profit. You make an attempt to make a profit. Because think about this. Most businesses are not profitable in their first 3 to 5 years of business anyway. Most of them. That's why you have companies like Amazon, who last year made over $11 billion, but didn't pay any federal taxes because they took losses the first few years they were in business, and those losses pull forward. It's the money game you got to learn how to play. So what I'm going to show you is how you can be from where you are right now and have a small home-based business. You don't have to go open a storefront. You don't have to get a contract for leasing for a brick-and-mortar business. You can have a small home-based business and still benefit from that. So I'm going to share my screen so y'all can see my information. Here, let's see. Let me make sure I pull up the right one. That always helps. All right, you guys. So we call this form here your number one asset. So let's share this screen. Hopefully you guys can see it. Bam! We call this your number one asset. Your business can be your number one asset. This is what I want you guys to remember. When you have a home-based business, a portion of your home is used for your business. That means a portion of bills you pay, light bill, water bill, gas bill, miles you drive in your car, even money you pay your kids can be tax deductible as long as you do it the right way and as long as you track it. You have to track the information. You can't just make up numbers off the top of your head, okay? So we got to be sure you're tracking the information. Now, let me show you guys something. So this is, let's just say, an average person here, and these are bills that we currently probably pay already anyway, all right? So let's just say this company has, or this individual, they have a mortgage. They pay $1,000 for their mortgage. This is the thing I want you guys to understand as well. You don't have to be a tax professional to do this. As the business owner or as the employee/entrepreneur, as that individual, all you have to do is track the information. You don't necessarily have to figure all this out. That's why you hire a tax professional. Yes, you hire a tax professional to help you with this. And guess what? Once you hire a tax professional, you know what? That's tax deductible too. Right now, you get your taxes done, you don't get nothing for it. You get a tax professional because you have a business as part of your business. That's tax deductible too. Yep. So let me go through this with you guys real quick. So I got an 8:30 call I got to get on, and I don't want to miss it. So look here. Let's just say the person has a mortgage. All right. We're going to say 20% of their mortgage, or 20% of their space in their home, they use for their business, like their home office. Right now, I'm in my home office. We have an area in my basement that we store my wife's planners. That's storage space, right? Anything that we use for the business, we put on and use as tax deduction. But for this particular example, we're going to say it's 20%. So we're going to take 20%. That's and their mortgage is $1,000, that's $200 a month, basically $2,400 a year they can now claim, all right? Utilities. Let's just say we bundle all the utilities up, and they pay $500 a month. Okay, I know some of y'all say, I wish I could just pay $500 a month, right? But let's just say, for our example, they pay $500 a month. Again, 20% of the space is used for their business, so also 20% of the utilities is used for their business. That's $100. That's another $1,200. Cell phone, all right? They pay $100 a month for their cell phone. I got to move something real quick on my screen. They pay $100 a month for their cell phone, but their cell phone is used for 85% business because they're making calls. They have to be available. 85% of that is used for their business. Hold on, get back to my page. Bam, so that's $85. That's $1,020 for the year, okay? And I'm putting all this in years. Now, mileage, guys, this is mileage. Understand, I think the mileage rate has increased to 58 cents, past 56 cents, but it's 50, for our example, it's going to be 56 cents per mile. Those are business miles, not total miles. So miles you've driven for your business. But guess what? Depending on the type of business you have, a lot of miles can go on for business. Now, the company I work with, I'm in marketing, right? So I'm in marketing. In marketing, I can market anywhere I go because I am my business. So a lot of miles can be written off as long as you do it the right way, okay? So be sure you do that. But for our example, we're going to say 10,000 miles is used for business. 10,000 times 56 cents is 5,600. This is the biggest one, but this is also the one that must be tracked the best, all right? Meals and entertainment, they say they spend $200. That's $200 a month. That's $100 a month. 50% of that is for business. Because when you have meals, if you're talking about your business or if it's a business meeting, you can write off a portion of that meal. Yes. So think about how many times you go out and you talk about business, right? Me and my wife, we go out every now and then. We talk about business all the time. So every meal, because that's my business partner. We have to have business lunches after church. So we get our week started right. Okay? $1,200. Internet. We're going to take the full internet because your business is probably online. If you don't have a business online, you're probably not in business. All right? That's going to be $50. Add that up for the year. That's $600. That's a total of $12,000. When we add that up, $12,220. Now, you don't get the whole $12,220. It depends on where you are in your tax bracket, okay? So for this example, we're just going to say you're in the 30% because most people are losing 30% of their income to taxes off the rip if you have a job. Do that, that's $3,600, okay? So $3,600 for bills that you're already paying. This is the thing I want you to notice. All these bills are bills you are already paying right now anyway. You're already paying these bills. You're already paying your mortgage, light bill, water bill, gas bill. All these things you're already paying. So I call this anyway money because you're going to spend that anyway, all right? Now, for business income, because it is a business, you should be trying to make a profit. Let's just say you made only $200 a month. That's basically $2,400 a year in whatever business you're doing. Whatever business. So, again, it's a business you're doing on a part-time basis, so you're not making a lot of money on it, but guess what? You can still be profitable, all right? This gives you a total of $6,000 total earned from business deductions and from business income. $6,000. That's extra $500 a month. Now, ask yourself, could you use an extra $500 a month of business deductions totaled out for the year? Let's think about this. Let's think of something else as an asset that can make you money because now that's money that you have earned. My daddy taught me this. Money saved is money earned, right? So let's just say you have another option and you have your money in the bank and you get 1% interest, right? If you keep your money at the bank, you get 1% interest. In order to make $6,000 and you have a 1% interest rate, you need $600,000 in the bank. Do you got that? How about I got some on it? You got something close to it? Right? $600,000. That's a lot of money, and that money has to sit just so you can make $6,000 a year. Let's say you can find a 3% interest rate. Let's say you find a good CD or maybe a savings account. Savings account's not doing that right now. But let's just say you do, right? You need $200,000 to sit, not being able to be touched, and you only get $6,000. Do you have that? Let's just say you find a IRA, right, or a mutual fund that pays 6%. Right now, y'all know our market ain't paying nothing right now. I think it's still frozen, right? But you still need $100,000 to sit in the mutual fund or the IRA in order to create $6,000 a year. That's why we call this your number one asset. Your business can be your number one asset, paying bills you already paying anyway. All you're doing is tracking it to keep up with the bills and to have legitimate business deductions, all right? Because now you can start a business for $200. Because that's what a lot of people say. What kind of business would I start? I don't know what I want to do. You don't have to make it all complicated. You can start a home-based business for as little as $250. Some of them might be $500. Some of them might be $800 to start. You know, companies I work with are like $200. It doesn't cost a lot of money, but you have to have the mindset of that the money that you put in is not spending the money, it's an investment. Because when you invest in something, you're expecting a return on that investment. And if your return is higher than your investment, then you're in a win situation. You invest $200 to start a business, and now you're getting about a $6,000 return. That's a pretty good investment, okay? So again, as entrepreneurs, you get benefits that consumers don't. You just got to remember that whole concept because we said we're going to pay these bills anyway. As consumers, you have bills. As business owners, you have expenses. Expenses are tax deductible, bills are not. So we simply got to show you how to transition your existing bills into expenses. And now they're tax deductible. And in my example, I didn't even put in, you can actually write off money you pay your kids, up to $12,000 a year. You just have to do it the right way. So you guys understand, we're never knocking business people to have jobs. You got to have a job, pay the bills. What we are doing is encouraging you to also have a business, any kind of business. If you don't have one, let me know. I got one in mind you can do, right? It's inexpensive to start and inexpensive to maintain. That's the main thing. And it gives you all the tools that you need to track your business. That's the main thing. You have to track your expenses. Do not try to make it up at the end of the year just for the tax deductions. That can get you in a lot of trouble if they ever come back to do an audit. But as long as you track everything, the government gives you a lot of leeway because they cater to business owners. All right? So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm about to jump on my call. It's 8:34, so I'm already a little bit late, but I wanted to be sure that I finished off that conversation. I think it's going to be impactful and help a lot of you guys out there. All right? So leave me a comment. If you think or you know someone that this can help, that this can bless, go ahead and share it with them, you guys. All we're doing is just giving information that help people understand the money game. What most people don't understand is there's a game being played, all right? And it doesn't matter what you do for a living. It don't matter how much money you make. You got to understand the money game. So first you got to understand the game is being played. Second, you have to learn the rules to the game. And third, you have to have a strategy to win the game. I just gave you one of the rules. Owning a business and having a job is doable in this country, and they encourage you to do it. I just gave you a strategy. Keep track of your stuff. Keep track of your stuff, and be sure you get the tax benefits at the end of the year. All right? This is Chuck Harden, your power building entrepreneur, empowering you so you can empower everything around you. All right? See you guys on the beaches of the world to see you at the bank, whichever one comes first. Talk to y'all soon. Peace up. A-Town down. Yeah. All right. So now y'all got to wait till I figure out how to turn my live off. I do this every time. I think I figured it out. Bam. All right, talk to y'all soon. I think that's going to do it.